about my resting metabolic rate testing, and I wanted to give you a quick update. Long story short, I got my resting metabolic rate tested at 1700 calories per day. That's not including all of the other energy expenditure that I do. I have been on a weight loss plateau for about, actually over 2 months now, and the advice that was given after this test by whoever was there told me that I should be eating 1400 calories a day to jumpstart my weight loss again. Now that is 300 calories less than I use in a day to maintain my body. So instead of taking that advice, I'm actually increasing my calories by 200 to 300 per day to see what happens. Mostly to see if my instinct and my gut reaction, no pun intended, was that I was not eating enough according to the last couple of months, which is really hard to believe when we're in this mindset of lose weight, cut calories. You know, sometimes we aren't really actually eating enough, and I don't know if that's the case for me, but this whole experiment is to find out. I started out this week at the lower end of my plateau. So I've been staying in the same 3 to 4 pounds for over 2 months now, and I actually, when I increased the calories, I started losing a little bit and I started looking a lot leaner, which was really refreshing to me because even though it was in the same range, I looked better, and I have been much stronger in the gym by feeding myself more calories on the days that I do weight. In the last couple of days, it did start to go up slightly, and it has directly to do with the fact that I am retaining water due to monthly things that happen with women. Water retention is a very big one, and I've seen a lot of coaches make girls not weigh themselves during that week because it's very discouraging to see how much water the body can actually hold. And not only that, but your energy is just so low during a certain amount of days because your body is working on other things. And unfortunately for me, I didn't really drink enough water in the last few days. Drinking water actually helps flush the excess water out, and there were 2 days where I didn't hit my daily gallon, and I definitely attribute some of that retention to that. I also had an untracked afternoon with my husband on Sunday, and we went out and had a giant drink that we shared. We had some nachos, we had some ice cream, and we might have even had some fast food for dinner. And by might, I mean definitely. Originally, I didn't plan on tracking it and figuring out what those numbers were, but we were talking about it a couple days later, and I ended up putting it in MyFitnessPal, and I ended up eating about 500 calories over my goal for that day. So that could help attribute to a little bit of the weight gain plus the sodium that was in all of that food as well. I normally could be really discouraged by this information. However, when I average out the 7 days, it comes to 152, which happens to be the same 3 to 4 pound range that I've been in, and that's probably been my average weight for about 2 months now. It's hard to say what's really going on with what the experiment that I'm doing. It's only been 1 week, and I know that it's probably my head right now. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gaining weight, and my immediate jerk reaction is to start pulling back. And I already know that I'm retaining water. I already know that I had a higher calorie meal past my calories, but I'm still working out really hard. I'm still lifting very heavy. And another thing that we have to realize is that 1 week, even 2 weeks, might not be enough to judge what kind of progress that is happening, whether it's up or down. And for this reason, I am glad that I am documenting this, because if it were a couple of months ago, I would have just maybe pulled back on my calories and tried to see if I can lose weight immediately. If I gain even a few more pounds from this experiment, it's not going to be a terrible thing. I still look relatively leaner than I had last year. I don't think that I am completely gaining fat from raising my calories by 200 to 300 a day. Again, I am eating 2100 on my workout days or training days, and I'm eating 1630 on the days that are cardio or rest days. This brings me to an average of 1900, and I might even think about increasing that a little bit more. But for now, I'm going to continue eating an average of 1900 a day, doing the training and non-training day calories, and see what happens in 1 week. Goals are the same, workouts are the same. We're going to really see more of what my body is actually doing within the next week, so I hope you are excited to follow along. If you like this experiment or the journey, or you have any questions, please comment below and make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that it gets out there for anyone who is trying to starve themselves and needs real information by a person that's actually doing something against starving themselves. And of course, make sure that you are subscribed so you can continue my many journeys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.